Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson here once again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal for 2K Sports. Pleased you are here with us for Game 5 of the conference semifinals. Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing against the Sacramento Kings here in their house, Golden One Center. Looking at the Kings, they've made it look easy as they've progressed through this postseason. Just 2 losses thus far. We'll see if they can continue their impressive play. And fellas, they're in control of this series. 3-1 lead heading into tonight. Shaq, do you see them closing things out?
Ernie, do you see what's in my left hand?
Yes, I do.
You sure?
No, I'm not.
Because only I can see it. Anyway, I've looked into my crystal ball. And yes, they are going to close it out. Shaq Stradamus has spoken. Yama, 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 yama.
How do you follow that up?
I don't, because I don't have a crystal ball. But if a loss did happen tonight, you will still be in good shape. But I got a feeling they're moving on to the next round.
Can you see it now?
No. Can you see what's in my right hand?
What is it?
Can you see it now? Can you see it now?
Oh, no, don't fall for it, Zach.
A pie in my face, Ernie.
Come on.
Couldn't resist.
Lemon meringue, I like it.
Another lemon meringue, please. Here's Kevin Harlan with the call.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. Game 5 in the Western Conference semifinals. The Houston Rockets have everything to fight for. Their path is simple. Down 3 games to 1 in a must-win situation. They must bring tenacity, the heart, and an absolute will to win as they face elimination against the Sacramento Kings. Round 2 of the NBA playoffs continue, coming right up.
Welcome to the Western Conference semifinals and a possible closeout Game 5. 2K Sports presents the playoffs of the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. You'll see the Houston Rockets and the Sacramento Kings. Taking a look at Sacramento, there is a buzz, guys, in this building right now as they hold a 3-1 game advantage in the series. They want nothing more than to deliver the big win to a very deserving crowd.
You're really in excellent position here to close this thing out tonight. A 3-1 series lead at home, and these fans are definitely pumped up. This is where they expected to be, and they put themselves in a position. Let's see if they can finish the deal.
I think they probably can. I mean, they did what they needed to do to get back home with the chance to close it out in front of their fans. But even if they can't do it, they'll have to go back on the road for Game 6, and this series takes on a whole new look then.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Paul and Gordon are the backcourt pair. Marquise Chris is out there with Harden, and it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. Heel kicks to Young. Paul with the steal. Pass to Gordon. Capella, the pass to Gordon. This one for 3. And Bamba pulls it down.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Now here's Paul. After the miss from Klay Thompson. Paul finds Harden. And Thompson sends it back. And the pass to Young over Paul. Sacramento again missing.
That's what they want. A good look from the mid-range game. Hey, but unfortunately they came up empty. Not looking good for them so far. 4 straight misses to start the game.
Young against Paul, and Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Heel. Passes it to Bagley. Bamba kicks to Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
On the wing, Harden fires the 3. The Rockets again can't hit.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Healed the pass to Young. Poke loose and taken away by Paul. Pass to Gordon. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Soft touch on the floater there. Gordon knows when to pull out this unblockable shot of his.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. You got to be flexible. When something isn't working, you adjust, you modify, you go to something else. That's what the best coaches do.
And while we have a chance, let's now take a look at the NBA's season assist leaders. Number 1, Chris Paul. 4th, James Harden.
I think these two guys are having a little personal competition here in the playoffs to see who will finish with the most assists.
And it's in there.
And this is why Young is so dangerous. He just gets that shot off so fast before the defense can react.
Now here's Harden. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Outside, Gordon takes a 3. It's good from long range. Gordon's got 5 now.
And, guys, this is what you like to see early on, gaining a little confidence from range.
Yeah, and you know it, Greg. Oftentimes, you get that first one to drop, and your confidence rises like yeast. It's good to get into a rhythm at the start of the game, no doubt.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Ball against Young. Now here's Heald. He started close, and Clint Capella is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Thompson against Harden. 5 on the clock. And Thompson gets it to go.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
Now, here is Harden. No points in the game yet for him. And Chris throws it down.
That's platinum level dime dropping right there by Harden. Such a smart passer. Gets us to his teammates on time and on target.
Young against Paul. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Kings shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Just a bright, young, offensive talent. Young isn't shy about forcing the action. Takes a lot of trips to the line.
And so Young nails them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Gordon kicks to Harden. To the paint. Here's Paul. Over Young. The shot by Paul, no good. The Kings have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Thompson with the bucket. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Houston Rockets. 4-point game. Pass to Harden. Fires it up. Bagley with the rebound.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, he has been, and he's got to find his stroke because he's holding back his team as a result of his poor shooting.
Houston's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Paul surveying the floor. Harden kicks the ball. The Rockets with another miss.
Oh, I'm surprised he couldn't put that away. I mean, the defense clearly botched an assignment, leaving him open.
Thompson for three. It's rebounded by Houston. They come into this one after losing on Sunday.
And really, man, they played their hearts out. Missed a couple opportunities down the stretch, and that was the difference.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? Much love to him because the energy was there, but the execution fell just a little short.
Now, Bamba. James Harden missing on the three. 6 on the shot clock. Releases from 15, and the shot is long. Rockets trail by 4. Ball left side. Down low, and the dunk by Capella.
Oh, I like how Capella stays one step ahead of the posse on defense. Has a real good sense of body control.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Habit. Timeout called by the Kings. Sacramento making a switch here. Gordon's checked in, and a switch here also for Houston. Knight's checked in. Puts it up off the inbound, and it's laid in by Gordon. Gordon's got his first basket of the night.
Gordon is one of those guys who loves physical contact. He's really skilled at finishing over difficult defense.
Paul kicks to Harden. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his third assist on the night.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that.
Yeah, he's on the money. That's no doubt. Now, here is Young. Shot by Gordon, wide open. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Man, I like seeing Gordon stretch his range a little bit. I mean, the three-point shot is still a work in progress for him, but I think he's only going to get better the more experience he gets shooting it from there.
Harden draws the double and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And it's the Rockets with the ball. Wall finds Harden. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Harden's got 5 points so far.
You know what? Struggling a little bit, but I do command the effort. 2 of 8 from the field. Let's see if that one gets him going.
Young against Paul.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Healed against Knight. And it's Chris in the corner. Here's Capella, and it's all evened up.
Love how Capella stays alert on the offensive board, creating second chance opportunities thanks to that activity.
Kings have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Young against Paul. Now, here is Young. Defense is right there. 5 on the clock. Healed against Knight. Goes up the baseline. Healed, can't hit. The 3 from Harden. Sacramento grabs the miss. Bagley's got 4 rebounds in this game. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I did speak with Fred Hoiberg. He told me that despite their success so far in the series, there is no room for overconfidence. He said, yes, we have a chance to finish this off. But I is thinking about each moment of the game, rather than whether we win or lose tonight. We can control what we put into each moment. We can't control the overall outcome. Interesting philosophy, Kevin. We'll see if his guys were paying attention. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
What's up, Jim?
throw good. Paul.
And, you know, it seems like Paul is ageless. I mean, still sharp, still quick and fast, and one of the most active players on the floor at all times.
Now here's Hield. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Young taking his time here. Hield against Capella. Here's Bagley. And he's on the money with his first shot today.
Yeah, and Bagley has the reputation for showing variety. Can score in a different way on each possession.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. And the Kings will go for a different look here. He's checked in for Bamba. The machine comes in for Bagley. Thompson, he's checked in for Buddy Hield. And Joseph Young subbed in for Young. Houston with a big group substitution here. Willie Reed, he's checked in for Clint Capella. G comes in for Chris. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Gordon in for Paul.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Knight with it. And Young picks him up defensively. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. Here's G.
At the defensive end, Gordon is very accomplished. I mean, he gets off the ground quickly and is an excellent shot blocker as a result.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Yeah, and he's connecting on a lot of his shots here, shooting a high percentage from the field, really giving his team a boost.
On the wing, Gordon. He kicks it to Reed. Back to Gordon. Uncovered. That shot off the mark. So the Kings will take it the other way. Here's Little. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. In the corner, it's Gordon. A three-pointer is right on target. Gordon's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Rockets. The Kings trail by 3. The pass to Bull. On the wing, Thompson. Outside, Gordon. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And it's 8 points for Aaron Gordon.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
Beasley kicks to G. Houston moving it around. 6 to shoot. Knight for 3. And Bull pulls it down. Sacramento's gone 4-6 from long range here early on. Thompson from long range. The Rockets pull it in.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And the basket by Gordon.
I mean, there's no stopping him right now. I mean, he's locked in this quarter. This defense has to get the ball out of his hand.
And outside. Passes to Thompson. Pass to Bull. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. First trip to the line for him here. And the first one at the line is good. He's perfect from the line this time. Rockets shooting 42% to begin this game. Knight against Thompson. And here is Knight. Banked in off the glass. A big-time effort for Eric Gordon, providing a lot of energy for the Houston Rockets. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be back with you shortly. And the Rockets came close, but Chris Paul still convinced this team has what it takes to win a title.
I'm in the wrong business if I didn't think we could win a title. I think we still got a lot of ways to go. We got a lot of work to do, but that's the fun thing about it right now, is to know that we're not there.
And his ability to stay positive, Greg, and stay at it, so admirable.
Yeah, and one of the best point guards of all time. You know he's hungry to break through and win a championship.
And we're back here at Game 5 as we get things started once more. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game going.
Yeah, exactly. Right from the start, Greg, they were looking to get out and run, sprinting to their opportunities.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Sacramento, the machine is out there with Gordon. Then it's Hield. Then there's B, and it's Young in at point guard. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Kings.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second. Sacramento's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Here's Hield, and then Hield with the dunk.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through it, and that's not legal.
Here's Gordon. The Kings getting the bucket. 5 to shoot. A shot. It's hauled in by the Kings. Shoots. Kept alive. Little. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points for them off that miss.
And the Rockets with possession here. Sacramento making their last shot. A shot by Knight, no good. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Bull, the pass to Little. G with the rebound. Rockets trail by 4. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
It's Beasley on the wing. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Knight for 3. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Well, I like the way he orchestrated in tight that time, fellas.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. Here's Gordon. He's got 8. Hield outside. Young with no one around. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
Oh, here's Gordon. He's got 10. A fadeaway. Count count that one, and the Kings lead has been cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Beasley.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Hield against Gordon. Hield finds Gordon. Now here's Hield. Tight defense on him, and Michael Beasley picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
The Kings have looked good at the line. They're perfect in 4 attempts. And the first one drops. And so he makes both from the line. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Now Knight, he has 7. 13 feet away. Good defensive work there by Young. Gordon against Hield. Here's Bull. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
To miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that. Made them pay.
Now here's Knight. He feeds it to Reed. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. For Houston, they have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
Shoot 2.
The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Reed. Sacramento leading by 5. Now here is Young. Overnight. Young's shot is off. Outside Knight. Kicks it to Reed. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on B. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Some changes for Sacramento. Bagley, he's checked in for B. Klay Thompson comes in for the Machine. Young is subbed in for Joseph Young. And then for Houston, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Reed. James Harden comes in for G. And Paul subbed in for Eric Gordon. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Clint Capella.
And that's the thing about Bagley. Big, athletic, versatile, very hard to stop without fouling.
It's his first trip to the line. And that one misses.
And one of the youngest rookies when he came into the NBA, Bagley reclassified in high school so he could get to college a year early.
Good on the second free throw. Here's Paul. Outside Knight. Harden outside. Harden draws the double. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Knight. Makes it off the glass. Knight's got 9.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Young against Paul. And Young kicks to Thompson. Knocked loose. Goes up to the stripe. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. 12 points for him.
Yeah, once Thompson gets going, he is almost impossible to slow down. We're seeing that tonight. Their entire offense is revolving around him, and boy, is he coming through.
Second chance shot. Trying to get open as Knight. And with that shot, the Sacramento lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Beasley. Sacramento's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Young passes to Bagley. Outside Gordon. On the wing, Thompson. Fires for 3. Drops in the tray. Thompson's got the lead up to 7 now for the Kings.
Well, I tell you what, he's putting together quite a game here, knocking down shots and building upon this lead.
Knight against Young. The 3 from Harden. The shot, no good. And Sacramento will go the other way with it.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Rockets trail by 10. Timeout call for Rockets. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And he's on fire from beyond the arc there. It's time to start shaping their game plan around stopping this long-range assault.
Let's take this chance now to show you the list of the postseason scoring leaders. James Harden, number 1. Here's Capella. Harden scanning the floor. Pass to Knight. He kicks it to Capella. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
So close to getting the steal there, but the deflection equally as effective.
Yeah, refusing to give up anything easy. Solid defense, and I like that attitude.
Knight in the corner. 6 to shoot. Over Gordon. That one off the back iron and out. Kings leading now by 10. Now the pass to Young. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Now here's Harden. 5 points in the game. To stop the run. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe That's really a good way to change the momentum in the game because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
Free throw good from Harden.
You know, what's most impressive about Harden to me is his versatility as a scorer. I mean, he's a remarkable combo guard with great size and strength and very efficient on the offensive end.
Harden hits them both. Sacramento leading by 11. And Young kicks to Bagley. Paul with the steal. Harden outside. Young against Paul. Just 5 on the clock. Sacramento grabs the miss. Bagley's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Harden with it. He has 7. This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Two shots.
Free throw good. James Harden. Sacramento making some changes. Bamba comes in for Aaron Gordon, and the Machine subbed in for Buddy Hield. The Rockets also changing it up. Chris comes in for Michael Beasley, and Gordon subbed in for Brandon Knight. Harden hits them both.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter, but right now he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
Young dishes to Bagley. Pass to Bamba. It's stolen by Capella. To the middle. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's the Machine, guarded by Harden. Little passes to Young. And here's Bagley. Just 5 to shoot. Right wing. Shoots. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
Timeout called the Rockets. There's the steal. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Harden left side. Kicks it out to Paul. Shoots it up. The Rockets with another miss.
You know, Kevin, this team is struggling a bit right now. I mean, I hope he can find his rhythm and start making his shots out there soon. Otherwise, ...
And Thompson gets it to go. Thompson's got the lead up to 13 now for the Kings.
Kevin, he's been flat out phenomenal, superb, scintillating this quarter. He's carving them up, knocking down everything.
Paul finds Harden. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 5th assist in this one.
And Harden takes a lot of pride in being a hard matchup, a tough cover. I mean, he takes no time in shooting once he gets the pumping.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Well, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Here's Capella. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Capella has the size and ability to score down in the paint. I like his assertiveness.
And Young kicks to Bamba. Back to Young. Paul grabs the board.
You know, it hasn't been his night, but his team still leads, so that's encouraging.
To the middle. Here's Gordon. Good on the bucket. Gordon's got it back down to within single digits for the Rockets.
Gordon making like a microwave, getting hot in no time.
And taken away by Paul. And here we go. Paul heading to the hoop. Lays it in off the breakaway. Paul's got 5 points so far.
And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
Bagley kicks to Bamba. Sacramento moving it around. Young outside. Thompson for the triple. Sinks the triple. Thompson's got 23 points.
And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ball against Young. Pass to Chris. Capella on high post. Left side Gordon. 6 to shoot. And it's Chris in the corner. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And that's how you answer back.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, go right back at him. Show him you can shoot from outside all night long.
Puts one up from 19. And so it's the Sacramento Kings with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Well, they trailed by a bunch, but once they got going, the comeback was on. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. Aaron, great first half. You had it going. What was the difference?
Yeah, I just tried to come out and give my team a spark, have a little bit of energy, and it just turned out some easy buckets.
We'll see if you can get more of those easy ones in the second half, Aaron. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. SRO, standing room only.
Ooh, nice.
I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Got Shaq here. Got Kenny the Jet. Looking at the Kings, this game has taken a similar direction as the previous 4 in the series, where they've clearly been the better team the majority of the time. And now they're this close to clinching it here in Game 5. What'd you think about Sacramento, Kenny?
Well, there was a big spark from the bench in the first half. Sometimes you're hoping for your reserves to come in and just hold court, but they didn't do that. They actually got better.
Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
The way they were getting rain on from 3, they're lucky to still be in this. In some cases, it was shooters making contested shots, but in others, it was defenders leaving shooters wide open. Can't do that. Bottom line, their perimeter defense was lax, and that needs to change, and that's a fact. What was rhyming, Ernie?
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See you, everybody, with Kevin Harlan.
A nighttime glimpse of the Tower Bridge, one of the landmarks here in Sacramento. Welcome back, everyone, to the capital of California. And thanks for joining us again as we get set to continue our broadcast of the Western Conference semifinal. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
And through the first 2 quarters, he was dynamite from beyond.
Greg, simply spectacular. I mean, the defense just hasn't been able to find an answer for his outside shot.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Houston Rockets. They trail by 6. And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Paul and Gordon are the backcourt pair. Harden out there with Chris, and it's Capella in at the 5 spot.
And once Chris gets the position he wants, he is throwing it down with a vengeance.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Bamba. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Bagley, the kick out to Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Blanketed by the D, who fights to the rim for the layup. And the Kings lead by 6.
And the work ethic coming into play there. I like how Young can just focus on the task at hand.
Kicks it out to Gordon. Launches a 3. Houston gets it back. And it's Capella missing. Kings leading now by 6. On the wing, Hield. And he drops it in from the low post. Hield's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, just a real lack of aggressiveness there right now. I mean, can't give up these types of layups to begin the quarter, Greg. I mean, that's a no-no.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And here now the Kings. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Kicks it to Thompson. Lots of room. Again, Sacramento.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
It's trailed by 8. Al Paul. He's got 5. Here's Capella. It's tipped.
And the giant wingspan of Bamba strikes again. Just fantastic at spiking shots in a variety of ways.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
Paul passes to Harden. Here's Capella. Misses off the right eye. Kings leading now by 8. Thompson in the corner. Puts up a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Thompson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Gotta love the smooth shooting stroke of Thompson. Outstanding at shooting as soon as he catches the ball.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And Kevin, they need this timeout. He's flat out owning them right now. Can't miss.
And now let's give you a look at the players who have stood out and taking high percentage shots in the playoffs. The 4th spot held by Clint Capella.
And guys, that shooting percentage of his has been spectacular since the start of the playoffs. He has been completely locked in.
It's trailed by 11. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Harden right side. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 7th assist here tonight.
Harden is maddening to defend. I mean, you're right up on him. You've got him bodied up, and it still doesn't do any good.
Out of bounds, Kings ball as Sacramento keeps possession. And now we're 3 minutes into the 3rd quarter of play. Bagley kicks to Hield. Pass to Thompson. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Shot clock at 5. Shots good from Young.
Well, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
It's trailed by 12. Harden outside. To the middle. Here's Paul. That one good for 2. Paul's got 7 points.
You know, Chris Paul will get his points any way he can. I mean, that's his aggressive nature. CP3, if it means handling contact, he's ready for it.
Now, here's Bagley. And Young kicks to Bamba. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. And the rejection by Harden. Rockets trail by 10. Now here's Paul. He's got 7. The pass to Capella. It's stolen by Bagley. Hield against Gordon. And Thompson kicks to Young. Bagley with the ball. Back to Young. That shot missing. Some solid D from Paul. In the corner, Harden. Over Thompson. Harden, no good.
Yeah, he's costing him right now, sabotaging him a little bit. He's got to find his shot if they want to win this game.
Thompson dishes to Young. And here's Bagley. He kicks it to Bamba. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Thompson. Good D by Harden. And so it's Paul bringing it up for Houston. It's a 10-point game. Passes it to Gordon. To Paul. Up top, Capella. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Houston needs to get a shot. Another miss by Houston.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
Agreed. I mean, when the defense is right there, you've got to move the ball, make the extra pass. That's a case of a poor shot selection.
You know, you can't be overzealous inside when you guard Young. You got to be better at contesting without fouling.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Young. He's checked in for Sacramento. Gordon comes in for Hield, and the Rockets making a change here as well. Brandon Knight, he's checked in for Eric Gordon. And so Young nails them both. It's trailed by 12. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Knight finds Paul. Just 5 to shoot. Inside, and the dunk by Capella.
They know he's looking for him, so it's easy to see why Paul's teammates love him.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit. Here's Bol. He has 5. Over Chris. Gordon, the pass to Bamba. And here's Young. And the foul on Harden. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Thompson against Knight. Takes it from 10. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Now here's Harden. He's got 16. Ball outside. Shoots over Bamba. And with that shot, the Sacramento lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Chris Paul. Sacramento's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Bol. Outside Gordon. Thompson for 3. Chris with the rebound. For Houston, they've gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the 3rd. On the wing, Thompson. To Young.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Harden inside the 3-point line. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Yeah, that's just poor decision making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain neutral position.
Ball kicks to Knight. To the paint. From deep. Out that 1. The Sacramento lead has been cut to just 7 on the basket from Chris Paul.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. You got to be flexible. When something isn't working, you adjust, you modify, you go to something else. That's what the best coaches do.
And Sacramento has possession. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And it's Gordon missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Count that one, and the Kings' lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Paul.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Young finds Gordon. Here's Bowl. Thompson passes to Bamba. Shoots over Capella. Bamba's shot is off.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch. And the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Chris can't hit. Sacramento leading by 4. Gordon dishes to Young, and it's good for 2.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Paul against Young. Gordon outside. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Young against Paul. And Young, and here we go. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
And you gotta like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shot.
Young against Paul. Over Young. Paul can't get it to go. And so Young will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings, leading by 5. On the wing, Thompson. Good ball movement here by the Kings, and Young kicks to Gordon. Shot clock at 5. There's the triple. Sacramento gets it back in a new 24. Bull, that's good.
The entire defense was frozen for it. Nobody picked up the shooter, Captain.
Gordon outside, down low, trying to find Capella, gets it to him, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition, switch, ignited.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And some changes here for the Kings. The Machines checked in for Bamba. Buddy Hield comes in for Klay Thompson. And Joseph Young subbed in for Young. Houston with a big group substitution here. Reedy's checked in for Capella. G comes in for Chris. Beasley's checked in for James Harden. And Gordon subbed in for Paul.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Now, here is Reed. Takes the 3. And it's Gordon missing.
I think that's got to affect your mental game. I mean, missing open shots like that, unacceptable, and it'll probably mess with your head a little bit, too.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Kings.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
That free throw missing. He hits the second from the line. Rockets trail by 8. There's a minute left in the third. Feeds it to G. And the layup's good off the glass.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
And Young kicks to Gordon. Back to Young. 11 feet away. That one wide left. Houston's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Gordon finds Knight, and there's the call on Joseph Young. That is his first foul of the game. We've got 28 seconds left in the third. Gordon against Gordon. Gordon the pass to G. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And now just a 4-point Sacramento lead.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Young outside. Shoots from the elbow. Offensive rebound. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
You know, with the entire series in the balance here, I mean, you're certainly grateful in a situation like this for instant replay. I mean, to make sure they get the call right.
And the officials working in concert with the league's replay center to make an expeditious review. No room for error in a game of this magnitude.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't too long ago that they wouldn't even have looked at it on the monitor, but replays here, and it's here to stay for situations just like that one.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. We've got B. Buddy Hield is out there with Young. Then it's Aaron Gordon, and it's Little in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. 3-on-3. Knight in the corner. Dishes it to Beasley. Over Hield. That one a little long. Kings leading now by 6. Pass to Bull. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Bull's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Kings. Bull's gone 5 of 6 in field goal attempts tonight. Knight kicks to Gordon. And Buddy Hield is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Gordon against Hield. The drive by Gordon. And he gets the bucket.
Love seeing Gordon work in the pick and roll. Great at pulling up to shoot once the screen comes his way.
free throw good from Eric Gordon.
Really appreciate the all-around game of Gordon. He's an underrated defender, but a dynamic scorer.
Knight against Young. Healed outside. Shot clock at 6. In the corner, it's Gordon. They get it back. Bull. And he uses the glass on the way up. Bull's got 10 points in just the second half.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
And it's Gordon missing. Sacramento leading by 7. Little passes to Young. Some solid defense from Knight. And here's Knight. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. This quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. And Bull pulls it down. Bull's got 8 rebounds in this game. Healed against Gordon. Healed kicks to Young. Passes it to Gordon. Pass to Little. Goes up on the wing. And right on target. Good. And the Kings lead by 9.
Perfect dime drop that time. Nice execution of the bounce pass.
Knight against Hield. Easily outside. Reed kicks to Knight. From deep three-point range, the Rockets with another miss.
And truth is, though he misses that one, it's a shot he normally makes.
You're exactly right, Greg. That's certainly in his range. Forget about the miss and get ready for the next one.
On left to the wing. Little passes to Bull. All 3 off the mark. Rockets trail by 9. Easily outside. Kicks to G. They could use a bucket. That shot, no good. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Little passes to Young. Here's Bull. He's guarded by Knight. Sacramento moving it around. Here's Gordon. And it's blocked. And they're able to recover. Some solid defense from Reed. Rockets have gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the 4th quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Pass to Bull. And he jams it with authority.
Well, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Like a fierce two-handed.
Max Force throwdown.
Some changes for Sacramento. Bagley, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Young is subbed in for Young. Houston also making some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Willie Reed. Harden comes in for G. And Paul's subbed in for Eric Gordon.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Rockets trail by 12. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Paul against Hield. The 3 from Harden. He can't get that one to fall. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Hield against Knight. Hield, the pass to Little. And the pass to Bull. Good work defensively by Capella. Here's Harden. And it's in there. Harden's got 9 points here in the second half.
Aggressive in deep. Once Harden gets to a spot he likes, he goes right to work.
against Young. Little passes to Young. Drains it from beyond the arc.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
It's trailed by 13. Here's Paul. Harden outside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Exceptional strength. Harden is so smart at creating opportunities to get to the free throw line.
Throw good, James Harden. And some changes here for the Kings. Bamba comes in for B. It's Thompson in for Buddy Hield. And he makes both free throws. Kings leading now by 11. Young passes to Little. On the wing, Thompson. To the inside. Oh, and the jam by Bamba.
How about the 9'6" standing reach Bamba has? I mean, it's unguardable this close. Dunks it with such ease.
Paul finds Harden. Good, and Paul gets the assist. 26 points for James Harden.
A delicious dime from Chris Paul there.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Passes it to Thompson. Here's Bamba. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
Over a 7'4" wingspan for Clint Capella. That's long, folks, and makes him an intimidating shot blocker.
Kicks tonight. Harden the pass to Capella. Back to Harden. From 13. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Sacramento grabs the miss. Bagley's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Thompson. The shot will not fall. Some solid defense from Knight. Pass to Paul. Now Capella. He kicks it to Knight. There's the 3. Sacramento grabs the miss. Bombers. Sacramento leading by 12. Here's Little. And it's off from 3-point range. Harden outside. From downtown. Buries it from 3-point range. Harden's got it back down to within single digits for the Rockets.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Here's Little. Changes up. Young's shot is off.
And that's solid defense, rock solid, contesting without fouling. Well done.
Here's Beasley. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's good from Beasley.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Buddy Hield, he's checked in for the machine. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Gordon's checked in. And Beasley drops both of them.
Great touch from the line. Always important for bigger guys to be able to come through at the stripe.
Now, here is Young. Out to Thompson for the three. Hits it from three-point range. Thompson's got 31 points.
And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here, but he's still got the flow in the second.
Here's Paul. And Bamba pulls it down.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Rockets trail by 10. In the corner, Harden. Back to Paul. Harden outside. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Klay Thompson.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Some players rise to the occasion in the playoff spotlight, and some wilt under it. We know which type he is. What a stunning night for him. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. Fred Hoiberg was talking with his team during the break. He put it on them. He said, guys, we've got a chance to win this one. When you've got a chance to close this team out, we can't let it go to waste. We'll see if they can seize the moment, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. 5 on the clock. From the baseline, it's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. Here's Harden. He gets that one. And now it's only a 5-point Sacramento lead.
This is not unfamiliar territory for Harden. He is used to being the go-to guy, especially when his team needs a big hoop.
Bagley dishes to Thompson. He's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on James Harden.
Man, Thompson is phenomenal as a two-way player. A knockdown shooter from everywhere, challenged or unchallenged, and he defends at an elite level, too.
First, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Good work at the line to stretch that lead out a little bit.
Harden against Thompson. Pass to Paul. Lob pass to Capella. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession.
Yeah, he just threw that possession away. Hopefully he learns from that and doesn't make the same mistake again.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And he makes that one. Young's got 16 here in the second half.
You know, fleshing out his attack a little more. Young showing more of a willingness to go in there amongst the trees.
Thompson against Harden.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
Agreed. I mean, when the defense is right there, you've got to move the ball, make the extra pass. That's a case of a poor shot selection.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on James Harden.
Got to be careful in how you're going to guard Young. He often seeks out contact and really forces the issue.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that'll push the lead to double digits. And so Young nails them both. Rockets trail by 11. Harden left side. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Love the ferocity. Heck, that's one of my favorite words, ferocity. Harden, excellent at accelerating and decelerating. That's the thing that makes him so tough. He can go fast, slow, or mid-range speed.
Drops the first one, and that brings them to within 10. Harden hits them both. 58 seconds left in the game. And for the Kings, they're shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Now, here's Bagley, covered by Chris, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I mean, he's a real wrecking ball inside. Once Bagley has solid position, you almost have to foul him.
Two shots.
First free throw is good, and that'll push the lead to double digits. He hits both from the stripe.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
In the corner, it's Gordon. Capella trying to free himself up. Another miss by Houston. Thompson against Harden. Thompson misses.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
Yeah, you know what? I think eventually he will find his rhythm because he is off right now, but all it takes is one hoop, and you're back in rhythm.
Well, this one is winding down now. Sacramento can run out the clock. Young with the ball. That's it. They've won the series and eliminate any chance of a comeback with a big-time win here in Game 5. And, Greg, it's on to the conference finals for them.
And if there was anybody doubting this team heading into round 2, this series should have erased any of those doubts. A convincing win for a team whose championship hopes are looking bigger and brighter.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks a lot. Clay, what was the key to the win tonight?
Just do it as a team. You know, it's not an individual effort. we're a real deep team this year. We got a lot of guys who start on some good teams, so we just did collectively.
Clay, great effort from everyone. Thanks again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, that'll do it, folks. Glad you could join us for the Western Conference semifinals. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.